Barakath Yahweh, Barakath Yahweh Shah, Barakath Yahweh, Barakath Yahweh Shah, Barakath Yahweh, Barakath Yahweh Shah, Barakath Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect and the sincere Akim, pushing his word, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. My brother Mayim from GMS Philadelphia Playing Tables Camp, back here with another lesson and efforts, to edify the body and to warn the flock, the elect, which is the elect, of the dangers to come. That's ahead of us. And so that we can prepare spiritually, for these troubling times. And I noticed that several, or more than several, around 21 or 22 food processing plants have been burnt to the ground. And whether it be, a conspiracy or whether it be from natural causes, we all know that, all evil and good comes from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So I'm going to go into this article, and then I'm going to bring out a few scriptures to substantiate, the word of the Lord. Where will I start at? I'm going to start at, let me start right here. Food processing plants burned to the ground. These fires have been devastating for local communities, disrupting crucial food production and leaving thousands of workers without jobs. While the cause of these fires is yet known, many experts believe that it may be related to issues like poor maintenance and outdated equipment. Regardless of the cause, these fires are a major concern for all of us who depend on food processing industry for our livelihoods and to provide much of the food we eat every day. Here are some of the biggest fires that have occurred this year. And they're going to explain all the fires that happened to the food processing plants throughout America just in this year, in 2021. It's not even counting 2022. In January 2021, a fire at a chicken processing plant in Georgia killed 5 workers and injured dozens. People are losing their lives in these fires. It's just not like the plant is closed down and somebody came and did the evil that they was going to do. These fires happening while workers are inside of the building. So that's judgment on the people that's working there when they got killed. In February 2021, a fire at a meat packing plant in Nebraska killed 1 worker and left another with life-threatening injuries. In March 2021, a fire at a bacon processing plant in Iowa killed 2 workers and injured 4 others. Wow. In May, a massive fire broke out at a food processing plant in Texas, destroying the facility and leaving over 1,000 workers without jobs. So it's not just affecting, the people that depend on the plants to buy food. It's affecting the workers that work there too. A few weeks later, another large food processing plant in California was completely destroyed by a fire, resulting in 100 layoffs. And just recently, 2 more food processing plants in Ohio and Pennsylvania were ravaged by fires, leaving thousands of workers unemployed. There's a lot of speculation as to whether or not the food processing plant fires are part of a larger conspiracy. Some believe that the fires are being started intentionally to sabotage the food supply chain and create chaos. Others believe that the fires are simply the result of negligence and poor safety standards. We know nothing happens by chance. We can go to Isaiah 45:7 real quick to explain that. Isaiah, Yeshaya 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I'll make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, do all things. The Lord create the light and the darkness. He create peace and evil. Evil is when, a person intentionally do something to harm someone. The Lord put the spirit on the man to do evil, and burning down a food processing plant. That's workers of that's evil works. But the men of the Lord, we have been commissioned to go out there on the highways and byways, and prophesied about these things. And we've been warning the sheep of the dangers that's ahead of us, starting with our apostles and elders on down. I'm gonna go to 2nd Esdras 16, verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? That's Esdras saying destruction is me, who will deliver me in those days? Because what he saw was real catastrophic, and he's wondering who is going to deliver him in those days, because that's how bad it's going to be out there. Verse 18, the beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. And those food processing plants, are part of the famine that's to come. Because I read about 8 processing plants. That was just in 2021 that burned down. We're not even considering or counting the plants that burnt down in 2022. The beginnings of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come? We already know about the war that's in Ukraine. We already know about the rumors of wars. All those things are prophesied or being prophesied by the men of the Lord. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. All these things, famine and plagues and tribulation and anguish are sent for punishment, for the wicked. But the men of the Lord is going to eat in those days. Because we've been out there on the highways and the byways and doing the things necessary to protect ourselves from the dangers that's ahead of us. By making ourselves a living sacrifice out there in the heat, the cold, giving tights, giving alms, doing the things that's required for salvation. So I'm gonna go to find the scripture real quick that I want to bring out. Bear with me for a second. Yeshaya 65 verse 13. Therefore said the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. So when the famine finally hit here in Babylon, the Lord has promised us, his servants, that we're going to eat. And 2/3 of Israel, they shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So when all the famine and destruction and evil and wickedness and killings that's going on, when the famine finally hit, because people are going to be starving, people are going to be robbing their neighbors, families are going to go against each other's. It's just going to be total chaos out there. But the servants of the Lord is going to eat. The servants of the Lord is going to drink. Verse 14, behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation in spirit. So we gonna be popping bottles and singing. Because we know that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we know once all these things happen, it's a major sign that this kingdom is crumbling. And we're going to be rejoicing and popping bottles and eating and being merry and happy. Because we're struggling right now. We're going through all the hardships right now while everybody else is happy, because we're preparing ourselves spiritually for, this great famine that's coming, these wars that's coming, this pestilence that's coming, the evils that's coming, So I pray and I hope that this lesson was edifying. To the next time, Shalom.